Good evening. I would like to call to order the Plan Commission today. It is Tuesday, June 27th at 7 p.m. The meeting has been posted per our requirements, and we will begin with the roll call. Let's see, Mayor Kim Smith is here, Alder Leanne Stokes.
Here.
Jared Holter.
Here.
Jan Brock. Tom Smith.
Here.
Eric Archer. Absent excused. Bill Lethan.
Here.
Okay, we have a quorum. Item 2 is consideration and action on the minutes from the previous meeting. Someone like to make a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Go ahead.
Previous meeting.
I second.
Sorry about that. I know it's hard. when you-
Tom.
It's hard when you're online.
You're good.
Motion by Jared Holter, seconded by Leanne Stokes to approve the minutes from the previous meeting. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those
Aye.
opposed, say no. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Item 3 is public input. This is the time if the public would like to address the Plan Commission to do so. We are also having a public hearing. Totally up to you. If you'd like to use this time, you're welcome to. You have 3 minutes. Would anyone like to address the Plan Commission this evening? Begin by stating your name and address, please.
Hello again, everyone.
Hello.
I'm Kurt Van Auken, 501 Riders Club Road in Onalaska. As I'm sure it's no surprise, I'm here to support the proposed amendment to the Unified Development Code. I won't speak too much further to that, as you guys know my stance. I do want to just briefly apologize for the outburst from the last meeting. I do not apologize necessarily for the words I said, but by the demeanor I delivered it. You guys witnessed a father and a citizen as his wit's end that night. And there is some level of professionalism that needs to be held in this place. And so I apologize for that. With all that being said, the only thing I do want to address in this 3 minutes is the minutes from the previous meeting. Unfortunately, the way this is all set up when you guys do your talk, I'm not given the opportunity to speak after that. And so now here's my opportunity to address that. In the previous meeting, while you guys were having a conversation, it was brought up that the fence was not fully constructed before I was notified. And I strongly protest that. I want it to be abundantly clear that if I had any whereabouts that my fence would have been out of ordinance before it was completed, I would not have moved forward with it. The minutes state that I was made aware that it was out of ordinance prior to its completion. And again, I want to be perfectly clear. I was not made aware. It was fully constructed by the time that I received the letter. I have emails, the letter itself. It was a certified piece of mail. We can provide evidence if we need to, but I want to be clear. I feel like my integrity and character was in question, and I just want to make it clear. Okay. So just to summarize, I was not aware my fence was out of ordinance when it was built. I would not have gone against the ordinance had I have known. And so I just want the minutes and everyone to have a very clear perspective that I don't want to be in this situation. I never wanted to be in this situation. Unfortunately, I had spent thousands of dollars to build my fence. And within a few days of it being fully constructed, I was told it wasn't. And that is how this whole situation has come up. It's unfortunate, but here we are. And so I just wanted to be clear, again, just so that my character is intact. I'm not a man that likes conflict. I don't particularly like coming here every month. So with that being said, I look forward to seeing how this discussion goes. And hopefully we can come to a compromise, because that's all I've asked for this whole time. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Would anyone else like to address the Plan Commission this evening? Second call for anyone wishing to address the Plan Commission. Third and final call for an opportunity for public input this evening. Public input is now closed, and we will consider and possibly have action on the following item. I'll open the public hearing for a Unified Development Code text amendment to section 13.03.41 D1 related to fence heights in the residential zoning districts. This applicant is Kirk Van Auken, and I will now ask for anyone wishing to speak in favor of this text amendment. Second call for anyone wishing to speak in favor. Yep, you should speak in favor. Yeah, I was like, I mean, we know that you're in favor of it, but this is the actual
Yes,
appropriate
So
time.
I speak in favor of this text amendment. Thank you for your patience.
Yep, thank you. Okay, anyone else wishing to speak in favor? Very good. Now we will move on and ask if anyone would like to speak against this text amendment. Second call for anyone wishing to speak against. Third and final call for anyone wishing to speak against the Unified Development Code text amendment. The public hearing is now closed, and I will refer to our city planner, Katie Aspenson, for a brief recap on this item.
Thank you, Mayor. Section 13.03.41.d.1 of the UDC specifies maximum heights and locations for fences on residential corner lots. Enclosed in the packet is information provided by the applicant requesting that the UDC be amended, as shown in the enclosed map. Within city staff had contacted a traffic engineer consultant to review visibility impacts at the intersections due to fences. Jared will be providing that information once I finish going through the language. The existing code language today specifies how corner fences are treated on residential zoning districts. The proposed language shows the proposed text amendment in red, where we're more consistent with how we're numbering. And then also it does specific to roundabouts. It would allow the 6-foot high fence to go to the front of the home as opposed to the rear of the home for fences today. For corner lots that are adjacent to traditional street intersections, the code language is not proposed to change. Jared, if you'd like to take over.
Sure. I did contact the city's traffic engineer, Short Elliott Hendrickson, and discussed the installation of fences in the vicinity of a roundabout, an intersection with a roundabout. In talking with them about this, we did not find any safety concerns at a roundabout intersection. One of the things that was interesting also too in talking with them and then discussing it, we did also review the Wisconsin DOT facility development manuals. That's their design manual that they have on highway construction, all the standards that they would follow, Wisconsin DOT would follow. And they specifically call out that no vision triangles should be obtained at a roundabout. So with that information that we've found and I've looked at, I'm in support of the staff recommendations that are in the packet tonight.
Thank you.
I make a motion that we accept the staff's proposed language.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor by Leon Stokes. It's been seconded by Jared Holter to accept the proposed language for 1303.41 as presented in our packet. Is there further discussion?
Yeah, I'd like to know what the change is between the old language and the new language. I see it's written in red here, but
The new language or the old language is directly above the proposed language in the paragraph. Katie?
So primarily the biggest change is that for corner properties that are adjacent to a traditional street intersection, the 6-foot high fence can only go to the rear portion of the home, which in the picture that is included is what is noted in the green line. The proposed ordinance amendment for those specifically adjacent to a roundabout would be able to do what is shown in the red line, which would go to the front of the home. So that is the difference between a traditional street intersection and a roundabout intersection.
I have a question. I tried to look at what the vision requirements were. And it occurred to me that, do they have a standard that says if you're the car behind the car that's entering the roundabout, that you have a, you know, do they consider that vision triangle? And are we okay on that, you think?
Oh, when you're entering the roundabout, just any, you know, standard design roundabout, you're always looking to your left because you're yielding to the traffic on your left. So once you enter the roundabout, if someone is coming from the right, they should be yielding to you. So just with the operation of a roundabout, it doesn't become as necessary to have that. You know, when you're driving up to the roundabout, you should be looking to the left. When you're driving up to the roundabout. So that's part of the reason that they don't need any vision triangle. With that following, does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
But that, now are we, is this sort of a special case since this property is on the right side of the roundabout?
Well, I think that's the reason you don't really, because in a roundabout intersection, it would be as stated, you're looking to your left because you know the traffic from your right is going to yield, and this fence is on your right hand side. So therefore, it's not, you know, by the time you change your vision to the right after you're looking to the left, you're gonna be in the intersection already because you're gonna be in the intersection. So you're out in the actual street area. You're in the right of, you're looking in the right of way.
Right, but now if you turn things around, how to put it, if you had his property on the left side of the road,
It wouldn't matter because you're going in the same, unless you were in Europe, and then you'd be going the other way.
I think, and I follow what you're proposing there, and I think just the way the roundabout construction is, even though you're looking left, you're still looking at that car that is right in the round, you know, at the throat of the roundabout, it's going to funnel that traffic to you. So you're more condensed in that area when you're looking at it. So just the operation of the roundabout in general, assuming people are honoring the rules of the road in relation to roundabout, obeying the speed that, you know, you shouldn't be coming into a roundabout at 35 miles an hour. You know, you should be entering at the 10 to 15 mile an hour range. If you're doing those things that you should be doing, it is designed to accommodate that safely.
Okay, any other questions or comments?
Katie, does this apply to any other properties or no?
This would apply to, there are two other residences that are adjacent to a roundabout. So it would accommodate 3 potential properties. If the city were to construct a roundabout or traffic circle elsewhere in the community that would be directly adjacent to a roundabout, it would apply there as well.
okay, but
Yeah.
so this isn't changing non-roundabout properties, it's only roundabout properties.
This ordinance only applies to properties that are directly adjacent to a roundabout.
So okay, so the rule hasn't changed for most people. It's only the roundabout people.
Correct.
Okay, all good questions. Any other questions or discussion?
Hey, Kim,
Yes, Tom.
this is Tom. So help me understand, I get all this, I'm following everybody. So where does that put us in the position with Kurt here?
I'll let Katie answer that.
The applicant would be allowed to keep their fence in the current location.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure that was correct. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay, good. Any other questions or comments? Jan, go ahead.
In follow-up to that, if something were to happen to his fence, you know, would he be able to reconstruct it as it is now, or would he have to change it?
He would be allowed to reconstruct it because fences for properties that are adjacent to a roundabout would be able to go up to that line.
Okay, good. Good question. Anyone else? Okay, so the motion on the floor is to approve this UDC code text amendment as we have discussed. I think we're ready to vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Those opposed say no. Motion carries. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Van Auken, for your patience. Item number 5, adjournment.
I move to adjourn.
I'll second.
We were waiting for you, Tom.
Tom, you just missed it again.
Was hesitant.
Motion by Bill Lethan, seconded by Leanne Stokes to adjourn. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed, say no. We are adjourned. It is 7:17.
Thank you all.
Thank you for
Bye-bye.
coming in.